The Yeti, Sasquatch or Bigfoot has been a part of popular culture for decades, going back to the 1950s, evoking people's imagination and interest about hidden aspects of the natural world, and it has been part of folklore legends for many different cultures across the globe for many thousands of years. But what is the historical origin of Bigfoot? Whilst legends about a large ape-like man living in the wilderness exist across many cultures across the globe, the most notable areas in which Bigfoot has been said to exist have been in the northwest coast of North America, where it was originally known as Sasquatch by the Salish people, and in the Himalayas, where the Sherpa culture knew it as the Yeti. Whilst many sightings have been recorded by explorers in the 19th century through to the 1920s, the legend was also often relayed to them by the Sherpa people in the Himalayas about a creature that lived in the eternal snow, and in Native American culture, about a wild man living in the wilderness. The Yeti, or Bigfoot, became more established in popular culture understanding following a trek up Mount Everest in 1951 by British explorer Eric Shipton. Upon ascending Everest, he noticed a large human or ape-like footprint in the snow, which he then captured on camera. This photograph sparked interest and was quickly linked to the Sherpa legend of the Yeti and caught the public's attention. Following this, many investigations were made into finding the Yeti in the Himalayas, as well as the Bigfoot in North America. DNA tests were eventually used to determine the species of hair and skin samples that had been collected. In many cases, however, this turned out to be that of a black bear or another animal. The photograph by the explorer was also eventually expressed to be that of an Asiatic black bear, which when traversing snow is able to make one of its thumbs opposable to make the print. Investigators were not deterred, however. With so many similar legends existing across the planet, there must be a reason for this to be so consistent. Some researchers believe the interest in the Yeti stems from the Victorian-era obsession with finding the missing link in our evolution, linked to Darwin's theory of evolution. It is also very possible that much of the cultural depictions of Bigfoot among ancient cultures may refer to something very real, even if only from many hundreds or even thousands of years ago. As scientists have discovered, not only were many different species of humans or human relatives living alongside one another hundreds of thousands of years ago, but this continued in many cases until tens of thousands of years ago. In Southeast Asia, in Indonesia, Homo erectus, our longest living ancestor, lived alongside the Gigantopithecus. It is also the case that other large, very human-like relatives also existed alongside our earlier human ancestors, such as Meganthropus, which was up to 8 feet tall and lived alongside Homo erectus. One has to question whether the descendants from these ancestors would develop an inbuilt awareness of other giant, man-like species living alongside them in the wilderness, and in some cases, who still were, which would eventually translate into cultural understanding of many cultures. The question remains, given that many human species only died out 10,000 years ago, is it possible that any of them still exist today? Whatever the case, the Bigfoot possibly has its origins in something very real in our evolution. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to be updated with new videos.